Teresa. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, tonight I need something easy, so I got my Taste of Home cookbook out. It's the year 2017, if you have that book. One day I might do a video and show you all the books that I have, cookbooks. But it's called Taco Lasagna. You can call it Taco Enchilada Casserole, whatever you want. But you can add your favorite beans, your favorite, whatever you want, corn, olives. Anyway, I'm going to keep it pretty simple because Ella's eating it and she's pretty picky. So let's get started. So here's Peanut. He wanted to say hi today. Hi, Peanut. And there's Ella. So let's get started cooking. It's getting late. The first thing I'm going to do is cook the ground beef. And I'm using a lean ground beef. It's 93.7. It's this ground beef. I like this one. I'm going to put some olive oil. I'm turning on high. And I have my oven preheated to 350. Actually, mine is at 325 because I'm going to do convection. Because I find it cooks a little faster. And I'm running a little bit late today. So I apologize if I talk a little fast today. But I'm a little in a hurry, I guess. I should have done this earlier. But I was shopping. So, I hope everybody's doing well. I like to add olive oil. And let me show you, I'm going to add, this is a whole red onion. Underneath it is about half of a poblano pepper. I'm going to add that. I just love poblano peppers. I like them better than bell peppers. And you can put, you know, whatever you want into it. You actually don't even have to do the onions. Here, Ella. And, okay, we're going to start this. My stove, I wonder if it's working. Let this cook up for a minute. Let this heat up, and then I'm going to add the meat, and then I will show you what we do next. My stove heated up, and I'm going to add this. I had this frozen. It's a mild jalapeno. I'm still having trouble with that word. I'm going to add that. And I like to put just a little bit of salt on my onions. But they're doing nice. I'm going to add the meat. And almost cooked. It's still a little pink. But I'm going to add garlic. And this is my garlic that I just chopped. And I'm not going to use all of it because, well, I need to save some. Now, I don't make my own refried beans, but this, I'm sorry my arm keeps getting in front of you, but I'm going to use these, but I'm going to heat them up first because I want to thin them out a little bit. So I'm just going to put them in this pot right here. Take them out of the can. Start heating this up, kind of on low, and I'm going to add, let me show you what I'm going to add to it. My favorite salsa. This is, it's a local salsa. It's from a great Mexican restaurant that's around here. But I'm going to put this into my beans, and it's going to add great flavor. I'm going to use the whole jar. And sometimes I'll put extra cheese, but I won't because we have a lot of cheese grated. So we'll be back once we're ready to assemble. Actually, I'm going to show you what else I don't usually use these, but I'm going to use it tonight. And I'm trying to get the less sodium one. And then we're going to add a little water, but that's next. And then we'll be ready to add the tomatoes, which you could add rotel. You could add, I'm going to add just these Mirror Glen organic crushed tomatoes. They're fire roasted. It's my favorite. And I'm also going to add a can of green chilies. So let me open these and I'll add my, you can do this in whatever order you want. My green chilies. I was going to throw in the taco seasoning. You probably should add that first, but
Just put the whole thing?
Yeah, just put the whole thing. And then Ella, can you get me a little bit of water? Because I want it a little bit thinner. I'm going to cook this for a second before I add my tomatoes. I can't get the lid off. Okay. The fire's high. Just a little. Okay, good. Now we're gonna just simmer this. Actually, one more drop, Ella. That was, okay. That was probably about a fourth of a cup of water. And I'm gonna let this taco seasoning get absorbed by this meat and the onion and all the flavor for a couple of minutes while I tend to the beans, which are boiling. I need a little spoon. Here's my little favorite wooden spoon. I'm just gonna break these up. You don't have to really, you could season the beans, I guess, if you want to. I just want them thin so I can spread them evenly. If you have all your things together, then this recipe could go pretty fast. And I was thinking of mixing corn and flour tortillas just to change it up a little bit. Or one side corn, one side flour. Okay, let's add just a pinch of salt to the beans and a little bit of pepper. But I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper to this. And there's no fat in this meat. Now the cheese is not low fat. I used Tillamook and we shredded it. Actually, we crumbled it in the food processor. Okay, the beans are done. Let me stir my meat. That looks good. Let's throw in the tomatoes. And you can add as many as you want. I'm going to add all of them. The Mexican tomatoes might be better, but I think with all the other flavors, that these will be just fine. I love little dishes like this, and you can top it with whatever you like. I'm gonna cook this for just a minute, and then I'll be back to assemble. I tasted the concoction I have here, and unfortunately I added a little salt, which I am not supposed to do, but I'm gonna also add just a couple more, not this one because it's not even open yet. This is my brand new onion powder. So you could add that. I have a tiny bit of garlic powder in here. I just like a lot of garlic, especially in southwestern dishes. And this is almost empty, so I'm just gonna try to empty it out. And I actually think, well, we're gonna be topping it with pickled jalapenos, so I don't want to spice it up too much. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off and move the camera over, and we're gonna dish this in the 9x13 baking dish. See, this is the cheese we kind of crumbled because, well, it's a long story anyway. We did the wrong thing on the food processor, but it'll melt, so it'll be okay. This is Monterey Jack and short cheddar cheese, and this is that Mexican cheese. I don't know if you saw my last video. I think it was called it's spelled like quesadilla to me. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation, but this cheese is really smooth and creamy, and I love the way it tastes, and it melts just lovely. So we're gonna just start layering, and I think I'm gonna do flour. I'm gonna cut it in half, kind of. It doesn't have to, well, I don't really need to. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like a taco lasagna. I probably added more steps than you really have to. So we're gonna spread some, I need a big spoon. The beans are so good with that salsa. You could also make this without meat if you like that better. I wish that you guys could taste that salsa. It's so good. I'm just gonna put some beans. I don't want to make a huge, I guess it freezes well, because I'm sure I'm gonna make too much like I usually do. But I like to cover the whole tortilla. And I sprayed my pan with olive oil spray. So let's just get one more little spoon from here. And now we're going to add some of this meat. And I also added a little dried oregano, and it really tastes yummy. Just spread the meat. To me, it just depends on, you know, the quality of ingredients you use, but it's I had to prep my onion and all that. So, but if I would have had that ready in the refrigerator, this would have taken no time at all. And I guess you could make it as thick or as thin as you like. So now we're gonna put some cheese. I'm just gonna mix it up and just spread it. We're probably gonna have a pretty thick cheese layer, but we love cheese. Put a little Monterey Jack in here, and put a little bit of this cheese. I really love this cheese. I showed the packet in one of my videos. I apologize, I don't still have it. Okay. And you could use pre-shredded cheese, that'd be really quick. And now I'm gonna just switch it up with a couple of, I got these extra, and I hope these cook okay, but these are extra thin corn tortillas, and I probably should have heated them first, but I'm just gonna try it like this. Just put a layer like this, put some beans, and I'm just gonna repeat this. And then the next time I'm probably gonna put flour, but I'll show you before I bake it. This, I just topped it with the last layer. Now, you know, you can layer it any way you like. I'm gonna put it in the oven. It says to cover it, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I really don't want to cover it and all the cheese stick to my aluminum foil. This cheese is not cheap, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna bake it for about 25 minutes. Actually, I might make it for about 20 minutes because I'm doing convection. So I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Just took it out of the oven after 20 minutes. You can see I didn't cover it. It's nice and bubbly. We're gonna let it cool just a little bit, and then we're gonna plate it and do a taste test for you. Cut a piece. You should probably let it cool a little bit longer so it sets up. So it's a little bit soft right now, but it's getting late, so I want to go ahead and do the taste test for you. Okay, let's do a taste test. It's still pretty hot, and I added some guacamole, sour cream, a couple tortilla chips, and extra jalapenos. We like these. Let me show you these jalapenos. They are so good. This brand, nice and crisp. Okay.
I love spicy food.
And we have been loving spicy food lately, and it doesn't love me sometimes. So let's just get a little dab of everything. And tomatoes would be good in here, but Ella doesn't like tomatoes. So I always like to add lettuce and stuff to the Mexican food. It's so cheesy. It's so good. We love this kind of food, but it's such an easy dish.
It is really good.
If you have everything ready, you just throw it together. And I like the corn and the flour tortillas mixed. But I'm gonna call it Taco Lasagna. This is the book I used, but I did alter the recipe quite a bit. But I have several of these. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm sorry I have been gone a few days. I'll try to get back strong. But please subscribe if you haven't, and if you like these videos, come back tomorrow and see if I have a new one. And you have a good day or night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.